Rufai, I heard you cracking up with that Peter Obi's video.
When did Peter Obi to start throwing water and shade? They have corrupted Peter Obi. Jesus Christ, a lot of water, stray bullets everywhere. Mr. Peter Obi, please, we are calling for fairness. Don't throw stray bullets. Focus on what you campaign about. You know, tell people what you will do for them. We can't allow people to be dragged into throwing stray bullets. You know, we always caution other people. And this is out there. Please. We need to caution our politicians. It's not about attacking the opponents. Talk about the policies. Talk about the ideas. Please. That's what we want in this campaign. And for those that try to attack the convoy, we have normalized violence in this country, which is a sad idea. I remember when Atiku Abubakar's convoy too was stoned in Borno. Till today, they are still investigating. Have they arrested people? No. So those that did this, Mr. Peter Obi, to be investigated, to be arrested also.
We cannot keep quiet. Well, this is Serious Matters on the TV. My name is Olukunle Brands. Please do share this video with others. Drop your comment. Make them simple and simple. We're reacting to the attack on Peter Obi's, convoy in Castina. Well, it's laughable anyway. It's laughable. It is condemnable to have a candidate who was said not to have structure. A candidate who was said has only basis on social media. How come he has become a threat? Because this can only, by the time all these are properly investigated, you'll be surprised that these are just issues from, parties, you'll be surprised angles from which these are coming from. They must have seen the rate at which this guy is making moves around the place and, the ground he's taking over and everything. Well, this will not deter Nigerians. Of course, I'm going to show you another video where Islamics, Islamic. So they have come out to say, they have come out to say this is not about religion, it's not about anything. It is about competence and justice. Somebody who can handle the thing, and Peter Obi has been endorsed by even Muslims. So they say it's not even a religion issue now. It is about competence. Well, I'm going to show you this video reacting to the attack on Peter Obi's convoy in Castina, which actually led to damage of, by the grace of God, Peter Obi was unhurt. Let us listen to Arise News crew as they used to do justice to this particular matter. And we'll come back to it. In other words, please also share this video with others. On the other hand, please share this video with others. Let it go viral. Thank you very much for watching and always keeping pace with us.
Since I left Anambra State, they've not bought me a bottle of water. I gave land to everybody of several level land. Go and check. Not one piece of land was given to me by government of Anambra State. Other people give their wives, give their children. My children I did not do contracts. My children did not contract. No consultancy job. Nothing. That's what we want. I will fight corruption. I want to end people stealing public money. They will come here and tell you they have structure. That structure is structure of poverty, structure of no light, structure of killing, structure of insecurity. That structure is structure we want to take away. I bring structure of human being. You voted for umbrella. You leaked. And nearly hunger came on you. You voted for broom. They're sweeping you into hunger. Now we want you to vote for human beings. So it can work. That's what we want you to do. Vote for Labour Party. Go there and look for LP. Mama, Papa, Iki, human being. No more broom. No more this. You young people, the youth, this is your party. This is your future. We want to build a future for you. With that, if you look at it, our government is coming down with age. If you look at me, if you go, APC chairman is 75 years. PDP chairman is over 70 years. Our chairman is 52 years. He's coming down. If you combine my age and that of that, divide it into two, we are 50 something. If you combine the other one, they are 70. The other one, we don't know their age at all. We cannot continue this way.
Hey.
Well, in another development, reactions have trailed the endorsement of Labour Party presidential candidate by Islamic preachers in Kano State as Nigeria's next president. Some of the followers of the group who spoke to an NTA reporter said the decision to endorse Obi ahead of the forthcoming presidential election was based on his integrity, character, competence, accountability, and track record, and that the endorsement was not in Kano State alone, but across the northern region.
Stand before you today to endorse the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, His Excellency Peter Obi. We have carefully evaluated the stances and policies of all the candidates, and I have come to the conclusion that His Excellency Peter Obi is the best choice for our nation.
Occasion, we just make it to endorse Peter Obi by Islamic clerics here in not only in Kano, in the northern part of Nigeria.
There's no religion in politics. We are just focused on integrity and accountability. So all of these characters, all these good behaviors, is His Excellency Peter Obi of Labour Party. He is the one of all of the presidential candidates that has it. So that is why we Islamic preachers, we Northeast, we Northeast, we are here to solidarity and endorse to defeat Obi as a president Federal Republic of Nigeria in this coming election 2023.
Well, Dr. Abati, Peter Obi has had successful campaigns in the northern region. I mean, people are calling this endorsement by Islamic preachers a game changer. But also my first story is condemnable. The act of those hoodlums attacking his vehicle. Like Diro Onifade said, it might have been orchestrated by political opponents. I thought that, it was very absurd that happened to Peter Obi. And, the authorities should look into it. Dr. Abati.
Well, one of the major concerns about this electoral process in 2023 is about the threat of violence and the menace of insecurity. And when you talk about the possibility of violence, it can be before the election, during the election, and after. And that's why, consistently, we've been calling on the security agencies to ensure that there is peace. Now, there is a National Peace Committee led by General Abdul Salami Abubakar, Bishop Hassan Kuka, the Sultan of Sokoto, and others. That National Peace Committee has met with the political parties twice. Now, agreements are signed there with all the parties promising to ensure that there is peace. But one point we have made is that, yes, the political leaders may say we will give peace a chance. How about the rank and file? This is a major concern because you don't want a situation whereby the election is derailed, either before or during or after. And what we are seeing, what happened to Mr. Peter Obi and his entourage in Katsina State, is an indication that as we get closer to the election, people are going to get more and more desperate. And I think, this must be a wake-up call for the security agencies, particularly the police. And second, political parties and the candidates themselves, in this case, Mr. Peter Obi, they probably need to pay closer attention to their personal security. It's a good thing that Mr. Peter Obi did not suffer any direct physical harm, but vehicles, we were told, were destroyed. Windscreens were, shattered by persons who were throwing big stones at his convoy as he made his way to the airport, and even at the venue of that rally. That's one leg of it. The second leg of the matter is his endorsement by those Islamic preachers who came together and said, well, in terms of character and integrity, this is not about religion. They think that Mr. Peter Obi is their choice. Well, this is a season of endorsements. After all, the other day, a group of bishops, whether fake or real, whether properly clothed or otherwise, also, identified with a particular candidate, presidential candidate. So you are likely to see bishops, you are likely to see preachers, because all these persons too, they are Nigerians, they are part of it, and they have the right to identify with whoever they like. But for Mr. Peter Obi, it must be gratifying that in parts of the north, he has people endorsing him, and it's an indication of the impact that he has been able to make, in terms of his campaigns. Nobody gave him a chance in terms of structures, but he keeps saying at his campaigns that the people are the structures, and we'll see how that works out. at the end of the day.
All right.
Yeah.
Rufai, I heard you cracking up with that Peter Obi's video.
When did Peter Obi to start throwing water and shade? They have corrupted Peter Obi. Jesus Christ, a lot of water, stray bullets everywhere. Mr. Peter Obi, please, we are calling for fairness. Don't throw stray bullets. Focus on what you campaign about.
Yeah.
Tell people what you will do for them. We can't allow people to be dragged into throwing stray bullets. We always caution other people. And this is out there. Please, we need to caution our politicians. It's not about attacking the opponents. Talk about the policies. Talk about the ideas. Please. That's what we want in this campaign. And for those that try to attack the convoy, we have normalized violence in this country, which is a sad idea. I remember when Atiku Abubakar's convoy too was stoned in Borno. Till today, they are still investigated. Have they arrested people? No. So those that did this to Mr. Peter Obi to be investigated, to be arrested also, because this cannot continue in this country. We can't keep having a case where all of this happens. But please, Mr. Peter Obi, focus on the ideas and the agenda. Don't even talk about the opposition. Don't even abuse anybody. Focus on the things you're going to do for now. Just like I advise the opposition, stop abusing Peter Obi and all your other opposition candidates. Focus.
All right.
Because you see, the more you abuse people in a crowd, they are jeering you on, but you are sowing the seed of discord and enmity in that crowd. And that's what leads to people stoning each other. Please, tamper it down. And please, for somebody that threw the biggest shade yesterday, that was unnecessary.
We'll take that story.
Okay, you take that. Oh my God.
I actually think it's a bit difficult for you to be in a campaign without making reference to what the other person had done. I do agree, you don't have to insult the person, but you can speak to the issues of what they stood for, or, the things that they did. He talked about contracts awarding and the likes and said he wouldn't do that. I think that's a bit different from saying that I cannot mention his name because it's not worth the saliva that I'll use to say it. There's a difference between insulting someone based on their health and all that, and actually talking about what they did or what they stood for. Now, in terms of the attacks, this reminds me of yesterday, the headlines around Mr. Tonya call, what's going on in River State. This should not be an election of violence. And so you wonder, it would be great to see what security agencies and INEC are doing, especially in regards to investigating these claims that the opponents are sending thugs against these candidates. We have to come to a point in our nation's history where we don't have to have elections that are characterized by violence, not just physical violence, but even verbal violence, as we've often said on this show. So Mr. Tonya has asked the president to declare a state of emergency in River State because the opposition party of the governor, or all opposition parties of the ruling party, are consistently being prevented from going to their rally grounds, speaking to the people, and different things are being signed, and it is just obstructive to people exercising their right to campaigning. We must deal with this decisively and to speak to the people. Do not be used as a tool for destruction. At the end of the day, it's just a game of politics.
Right. All right, we shall take another story. Social media was awash with reactions on Tuesday after the spokesperson of the People's Democratic Party's Presidential Campaign Council, Dino Melaye, posted a video of himself deliberately falling to the ground repeatedly during the party's presidential campaign rally held in Delta State with the caption, Emi Lokon Olule, in an apparent dig at the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Well, in the video, Dino sang along to the controversial song composed by some members of the National Association of Sea Dogs, known as the Pirates Confraternity, to mock the APC flag bearer. Let's take a look at the video before we take some reactions. Rufai, this is who you were referring to. Let me take some tweets quickly. Well, this is from Jerry, who wrote, Egbo, this is unacceptable in a modern democratic dispensation. I am not an APC supporter. This is absurd and portrays incivility. Respect your elders. The giver of good health is God. You may find yourself in such circumstances. Life is unpredictable. Politics should be played decently. Well, Sports wrote, I'm watching a 49-year-old man make a fool of himself, all in the name of trolling an opponent, and I don't see the funny part of it. Dino Melaye falling on the podium twice, trying to mimic Tinubu, is another height of stupidity. Well, another tweet there goes, guess one thing I will miss after this election season is the different drama displayed by these politicians from Wike to Tinubu and then to this. It would have been better if they focus more on how to reduce the 133 million Nigerians in multi-dimensional poverty and other issues. Rufai,
it's quite. So, Mr. Festus Keyamo replied to that thing. He said, Obama's rival in 2008 election, Senator John McCain, had a deformity in one hand. Obama showed him respect, never mocked him, but there was a VP candidate laughing as a clown as somebody fall on stage to mock another candidate. It's the height of imbecility. They go Nigerians an apology. That's Festus Keyamo's report. I think Mr. Dino Melaye should not have done that. It is wrong. We can't keep doing that. We can't reduce this. Just like I said for Mr. Peter Obi again, we can't reduce these campaigns to vitriol. There are a lot of issues that can be talked about. We can't reduce the campaign to vitriol about this and no. I will be objective and I'll be very fair.
Yeah.
Well, but going further, an extreme Mr. Keyamo's tweet. So is it an indication now that something might be wrong with the candidate because you said, you are making an allusion to John McCain? And secondly, this is why I've always gone back to the point that every presidential candidate must produce health records.
Well, all right.
John McCain couldn't raise his hand beyond a certain point. Do you know why he couldn't? The whole of America knew that John McCain was a POW, was a prisoner of war, and his hand was badly beaten and damaged, and that's why he can't raise his hand beyond a certain extent. What is the medical record of all of our presidential candidates?
Always ask.
And that's what we're asking again this time around.
Dr. Vati, really quickly.
Well, it's not only Festus Keyamo that has complained. There's also one Dr. Joseph Ono who says, Dino Melaye is suffering from hubris, falling down all over the place. Well, Dino Melaye is 49, 50 or so. Well, he should be careful why he falls down, up and down, so that he doesn't go and have a slip disc in the process of trying to, mimic or troll somebody, to use your word. So he has to be careful. Nobody will get award for falling down, whether for comical reasons or for more serious reasons.
Thank you very much. Well, this is Serious Matters on Olive TV. Please do share our videos with others and drop your comment and make them very, very simple. Well, maybe I should just take a few comments here. Rufai Oseni, Obi, that's his social media DG campaign. Well, somebody said, Honorable Peter Obi, please keep it civil as you have always done. Don't throw stones. Don't talk about the opposition. We still love you, but repent immediately and do the right thing. And just like Rufai said, I think that's the right thing to be done at this time. I think, yes, just like Ayo said, that it might not but have things like that. But then it's necessary that Peter Obi does not lose focus on, somebody said, Matthew Matete said, Obi did not insult anybody. He said he only referred to their tools of campaign, the umbrella and broom, which is a fair speech. Even at that, we are still saying that he should, well, it's let me just take about two more. It says that's why you shouldn't celebrate when other candidates are being attacked. He said, I love Rufai, he's objective. Peter Obi should keep to the issues. Well, thank you very much for